break. But moving on speedily, Lena, I'd love to invite you to stage to talk about DEI in technology.
So hi everybody, so I'm Lena Rosenia, and I'm CEO and founder of Degraph Management of DGM. And so I've been developing tech for over 30 years. I look much younger than I actually am. And we're innovating in property, asset and waste tech in the UK and across Africa. So before I start, I'm just going to do a little bit of history. I'm going to go back in time. So I come from a very sporting family. I've got 2 microphones, I think. So I did everything. I ran, I jumped, I did every racket sport going. But my passion was tennis, it still is. And while I was hitting a tennis ball, back in the day, my brother kicked a football in Bockwell Park in South London, if anybody's from South London here. And guess what? He ended up playing top-tier professional football, whereas Haley, as did his son Liam, who played for Brighton. And my son also played professionally, and my younger son was a tennis enthusiast, and he now is a tennis journalist for The Guardian. He's in Australia. I think can I use this microphone? Because I need this hand.
Can't hear him.
Thank you. So when I look back at playing tennis all those years ago, one of my biggest lessons has always been the only black girl in every tournament. And most children want to fit in, and I learned from a very early age that I had to get comfortable with standing out. And later on, when I started my career as a software engineer, and then I graduated to more senior roles, it would always amaze me that there were no women of colour making important decisions standing beside me. So now fast forward a few decades, and after a quite successful career developing and delivering tech in the UK and across Africa, advising African governments, working for the UN, working as an ambassador and an advisor and a mentor for universities, and Connected Places Catapult, who are the UK's innovation accelerator for cities, transport and places. I'm often still the only one in the room. Just looking around, I think there might be 2 of us here today. So tech companies have been notoriously lacking in diversity, specifically Black and ethnic minority women who are underrepresented in tech. The British Computer Society reports black women account for just 0.7% of IT roles. And recent stats report women receive just 5% of tech funding, and black women 0.5%. We're very lucky, we've received a lot of Innovate UK funding. Innovate UK is the UK's innovation agency. And I reckon I got all the funding. I think I'm that 0.5%. The Guardian reports female-founded companies have accounted for just 2% of AI-focused funding. Again, that's us. And according to the Alan Turing Institute, female-led founders over the past decade have secured, on average, 1.3 million per deal, compared with, on average, 8.6 million raised by all male-founder teams. So this situation urgently needs to change, as the technology sector continues to miss out on the added value that the diverse workforce brings. Scott is in the room. I think Scott touched on this. So just speaking from my own experience, I've been doing it now for over 30 years, and for most of that time working in a built environment. And as a black female founder, with a majority black women team, delivery team, we embody diversity, equity and inclusion in all spheres of our business operations. So I'm talking today about DE&I and technology delivery. So tech leaders recognise the importance of building inclusive technology cultures that foster engagement, collaboration and belonging that reflect a diverse tech workforce, but also deliver value. And stats again show that diverse teams are more innovative, they perform better and are more profitable. And it's just my own experience. I've lived this for the last 30 years. And McKinsey also reports in Diversity Matters that companies in the top quartile for racial and ethnic diversity are 30% more likely to have above average financial returns. They're pretty decent stats there. So today I'm just going to talk about three things: DE&I training, diversity within tech delivery teams, and also I'll just touch upon AI in the tech delivery. So at DGM, we are developing AI, machine learning and IoT, Internet of Things, technology in the property and waste tech sector. And we are a diverse team, we have diverse skill sets, and it's really important that we're trained and we are aware of the negative impacts of unconscious bias in developing our AI. So it's really important that in addition to developing technology, we also have regular training and upskilling sessions. And it's really essential that underrepresented groups are included in this process. So for example, what we do when we develop, we get lots of money from the Innovate UK, and with every single project, we use anonymized surveys, not just for our team, but also our stakeholders, our users. And that allows us to monitor who the participants are. And we mentioned underrepresented stakeholders, but also protected characteristics. People often don't want to shout at the top of the roof about who they are and what they represent. So what we've done is we've applied our own lived-in experiences of the negative impacts of unconscious bias to ensure that our AI-enabled tech is delivered and remains inclusive and non-discriminatory. So just going back to our waste tech development, we're currently developing AI-enabled waste tech to allow our clients, who are typically banks, insurance companies and property managers, to manage and monitor the waste that they're generating so that we can make that process more efficient. And due to our commitment to DE&I and to raising awareness about unconscious bias, the team receives regular training. And the key aims of the training are to explore the concepts of human unconscious bias, the impacts of unconscious thinking, we all do it, and the impact on our workforce and on our service delivery, and also how to identify how we can think actively to challenge our own unconscious thoughts. So given our work in pioneering AI-enabled tech, this has been particularly relevant for us and useful not only to us in the techie team, but also the non-technical team members. So I think it was Scott who was talking about diverse teams performing better. So homogeneous teams, e.g. the same age, same sex, same race, tend to think and act the same. And that can stifle creativity and prevent new ideas from emerging. So having a team and engaging stakeholders from different backgrounds, so I have 2 passports, I'm from Sierra Leone and I'm from England, our team is the United Nations. But the different skill sets complement each other. The different experiences complement each other. And what that means is that ideas are generated that are different, that are diverse. And it's been found that employers who think their organisation is committed to improving and supporting diversity increases their ability to innovate by 83%. So often in my experience, and I've been there, a team that lacks diversity may inadvertently make decisions that are not inclusive of certain groups, leading to products and services that are not fit for purpose. So having diverse perspectives in our team and our client base, we innovate in the UK and across Africa, has helped with the problem solving. I mean, technology is about solving problems. So diversity encourages individuals to feel comfortable standing up. I learned that lesson many years ago. Speaking up and sharing ideas. It's just a safe space to be able to be yourself. So just moving on quickly to AI in our technology development. So according to McKinsey, AI, we all know what AI is, a machine's ability to perform the cognitive functions we usually associate with human minds, and generative AI. It's important to note, AI doesn't solve every problem. It does not eliminate bias, but what it does is, with well-designed solutions, it can help to minimize bias decisions across the tech development cycle. And developing AI and machine learning tech has challenged us to overlook traditional prejudices and prevent historical patterns of underrepresentation. Additionally, minimizing bias is ensuring that data is accurate. Data is key. I think somebody mentioned garbage in, garbage out. The data has to be accurate and the assessment criteria appropriate, and that the decision-making process is fair. So I'm just going to finish up because for us, AI has helped us to achieve our DE&I goals, specifically because it's good at processing large amounts of data quickly, which means that as a tech company, we can gather, analyze, and respond to problems and biases held by teams and resulting from their people management processes as they are identified. And we can also identify patterns in large amounts of data, which allows our clients to develop an understanding of how different employee groups are experiencing work and take early action to mitigate discrimination and improve inclusion. But AI is only as good and bias-free as the data and the quality of the algorithm design. So it's also important for tech professionals like myself to be aware of emerging AI regulations, compliance, and guidelines to ensure compliance and ethical use of AI and the changing needs and concerns of the diverse users and stakeholders. So just to finish up, my experience over all these years has shown that there is strength in diversity. It would be nice to see a few more young black women in the room, but hopefully we'll get in there. I have nieces who see me as a mentor and a role model, who are following in my footsteps. And I strongly believe a great team is made up of everybody, every gender, nationality, race, personality, ability, disability, which complement each other. And at my company, DGM, we recognise the role we must play, and we also need partners and stakeholders who share our DE&I aspirations. So thank you.